Hello, and welcome to the third devlog for Lucen. This past fortnight has been insane for this channel's growth. We hit 1,000 subscribers and kept shooting past it. Thank you all so much for the support. I worked on a lot this past fortnight, including doing the first breakdown video for this channel. I'll keep doing more, as well as proper tutorials when I have the time, and in the future I'll script them and keep them more concise. The vine growth I worked on this past week, which I covered in depth in the breakdown video, was made with a similar setup to my vine generator, and baked out with some vertex colors to drive shading parameters in Unreal for the growth. I spent a bit of time making a setup for the falling tree to be interactable. My future plan is to have really hard hits, or consumables like explosives, destroy trees of this size. But for the purpose of testing, I used Lucen's basic attacks, and there's no hit feedback yet. For this setup, I made an actor comprised of the tree static mesh that will be replaced with the falling tree only when it's triggered to do so. It has a health system that decrements when hit, and once its HP is 0, it switches seamlessly to the falling tree simulation. This keeps the overhead down and only spawns the falling trees on demand. In future, I'll have a way to gather the wood from the tree along with despawning it with some effects. I worked on a bunch of animations this past week too. I made a roll, moving jump, stationary jump, and a charge up attack. The roll will be for use in combat. There will be invincibility frames, and it will be the primary method of dodging. I'm still not entirely happy with the jumps, and will keep refining them along with the charge up animation. I started on the charge up mechanic this week, with some animation and effects that's still in progress. When you hold down the heavy attack button, the sword charges and absorbs light from the environment. When you release, it attacks and releases the charge. In future, a full charge will fuel multiple attacks. Each successive attack will use a portion of the charge that has been built up until it's exhausted. I'm really excited to keep working on this mechanic. It already feels satisfying to use, and I'm keen to keep building on it. I added some pitch features to the dynamic portion of the camera too, which slowly rotates back to a position behind the player based on the dot product of the camera and the player's forward vectors. This means you don't have to constantly manage the camera angle, as it corrects itself quite well for most situations, without changing jarringly either. I also implemented a curve-based interpolation that shortens the camera boom to stop the camera colliding or clipping through the ground. I also worked on a concept for one of the shadowy creatures that will be lurking on the horizon. I whipped up a quick sketch in Houdini and brought it into Unreal Engine to test some settings and scale. I like the concept of having these enormous creatures lurking in the foggy distance at times, and hope to extrapolate on this concept going forward. I did a bunch of admin and cleanup stuff recently, including refactoring a lot of my blueprints. Someone from the Discord helped me set up Git properly with large file storage to push properly remotely. This was really helpful and makes it a lot easier to track changes and be able to roll back. His name is Benjamin Blodgett and he's working on a game called Darker Run. I'll link his channel in the description. I didn't finish up on the environment assets this week, and I will soon, but it has been more important to get these core gameplay aspects and animations in first. It's a big deal to test the gameplay and get it feeling right, and it's my top priority. This coming week, I'm going to dedicate a whole week just to improving on my effects for the game. Real-time effects is a totally different beast to effects for film, and I want to spend more time improving the effects in Lucen. I'll also be working on more combo animations, namely an air combo, and expanding and improving upon the charge mechanic. Thanks for watching. I had a lot of fun working on Lucen this week, and I hope you liked this fortnight's devlog. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more, and feel free to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. The links are in the description.